morning students, welcome to today's class. As you know, we have already completed chapter 6 also. I have given PDF of full chapter 6 and timetable you have received for pre-mid exam. You have also received the portion for pre-mid exam, that is chapter 1, 2 and 3. And also I have given you the mock test, means the multiple choice questions, 10 questions I have given you. And I have already told that questions, 20 questions are going to come, that is of 20 marks. And which kind of questions will be there, that in just one attempt I am explaining you here what kind of questions can come in the exam. Like all the 3 chapters we are going to complete today itself, because today is 14th, 15th August holiday, then Sunday, and then Monday onwards you are having your exams. So that time you cannot just study only maths. The subject which you are having on the next day, that subject you are going to study. So all the 3 chapters we are going to revise today itself. What all kinds of questions can come, and easily and very quickly how you can solve that. That I am telling. And one very important thing what you have to keep in mind, not only for math, for all the subjects, like 20 questions are there. If any one question answer you are not getting, don't just be behind that, just go on further to the next question, and at the last when you reach, means till 20 questions when you are reaching, after that you just keep your time also, 1 hour time will be given. So up to that you can mark the answers, and before completing that 1 hour you have to click on that submit button. If you forget, or if you are taking 1 minute also extra and you are not clicking on that submit, your paper will be rejected, means it will not going to be checked and you will get 0 marks for that. Even if you have attempted 19 questions and one question you are just behind over that, and all the time you are not clicking on submit button, all that 19 will go to 0 only. So keep your eye on the time also, at the same time you have to answers also. So coming to the revision here, what kinds of questions, like the smallest and the greatest, how you have to write down the smallest and the greatest numbers. Smallest and greatest. Like smallest and greatest numbers of 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit, like that. So wherever you are having a smallest, like 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit. So 2 digits, it is 10, it is 100, it is 1000. This is 4 digit, this is 3 digit, this is 2 digits. And for greatest, you will have 99, 999 and 9999, like that. So wherever you are asked greatest, you will take 999, and wherever you are asked smallest, you will take 1 and then 0. Because 0 is not coming in front, so like this. And sometimes question is asked the greatest digit of 4 digits and the smallest number of 3 digits. What is the difference between them? So you just take, do in rough, like greatest 4 digit number and smallest 3 digit number. So it is 9999 and smallest 3 digit, that is 100. So difference is asked, so that is 9989. This is the difference. Or else, if the smallest of 4 digit and the greatest of 3 digit, so that is 100, that is 4 digit is smallest, and greatest 3 digit 999. What is the difference? 10 minus 9, 1, here left 9 minus 9, 0, 0, 0, means it is 1. So 1 is the difference. So like that these kinds of questions can be asked. Then next, arrangement in ascending order and in descending order. Ascending order and descending order, everyone know? Ascending order and descending order. Ascending order means smaller to bigger. Smaller to bigger. And descending means bigger to smaller. This only you keep in mind. Now for arranging this, you just see first how many digits are there. If all the numbers are having same number of digits, means all the numbers are having 4 digits, then you have to see the numbers. Like one is having 5 digits, one is having 4 digits, one is having 3 digits. So definitely this will be the order. Or else if all are having 4 digits, then you will, I am telling for this ascending, smaller to bigger. All are having 4 digits. Then what you will see, which number is having the smaller digit in the beginning, like 3874, or else then this is smaller to bigger. Then 4785, then next 5876, something like that. So here is 3, here is 4, here is 5, because all are having 4 digits. So only one digit we are just checking in that way. You just don't have to go for all the 4 digits. Just one digit you see. If all are having equal number of digits. If some numbers are having 5 digits, some are having 4 digits, some are having 3 digits, then 3 digit is the smallest one, then 4 digit, then 5 digit. In that way, easily and quickly you can just do. So this is ascending and descending order. So these things are clear. Greatest and the smallest of 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, then the difference between them and the addition of them. Like that questions can be asked. Options will be given. You just solve somewhere in rough. You keep one rough paper with you, and ascending and descending order, all that. Then next type of questions are when the digits are given. Like suppose digits are given 4, 7, 5, 0. You have to make the 4-digit number out of that the greatest number. Greatest number of this is, you arrange these digits in the greater to smaller. That is 7540. This is the greatest number. And the smallest number, if I make in the reverse order, that will be the smallest. But 0 do not come in the beginning. So we will interchange these digits. Means 4057. This is the answer for the smallest one. If the digits are given 2, 8, 7, 4. And using these digits, sometimes question is asked without repetition. Means any of the digits should not repeat. And each digit should be used and only once. And you have to make one greatest number and one smallest number. So arrange in greater to smaller 8, 7, 4, 2. This is the greatest number. And the smallest number is 2, 4, 7, 8. This is the smallest number. If 0 is not there, just the reverse order will be the number. If 0 is there, you have to interchange the first 2 digits. This is for the 4 digits when given and not repetition. And next, if only 3 digits are given and 1 digit you have to repeat, like 3, 8, 7. These 3 digits are given and any of 1 digit you have to repeat and make the 4-digit number. 4-digit number you have to make out of these 3 digits. 3 digits are given and you are asked to make 4-digit number. How? Anyone should repeat? Greatest number you have to make. So greatest starting from 8. Greatest number means greatest digit only will repeat. And then 7 and 3. And the smallest is 3. Smallest will only repeat. This much is clear? Then if the digits are given like 9, 0, 5. These are the digits given. Same 3 digits are given, 4-digit number is asked to make. Greatest number 9, 2 times greatest will repeat, and 5 and 0. Smallest how? 0599. It is wrong. Smallest is repeating. If I repeat 0059, this is also wrong. Because 0 cannot come in the beginning. If you interchange this 2, then also 0. So you will make 5 and then 0. and then 0 and then 9. Definitely the smallest digit only will repeat, but 0 cannot be in beginning, so bigger than that 5 will come in the beginning and smallest only will repeat and then 9. This is the correct answer for the smallest 4-digit number out of 3 digits given. So these two types are clear. Next is when the condition is given. If any of the digits should come in the tens place, in hundreds place, all that already told to you, given to you, that you just do in the revision. Your next type of question is that rounding off. Sometimes the digits, how much you have to round off, that can be given, or sometimes it might not be given. If it is not given also, if suppose the question is like that, round off 28. What will be the round off? Only one digit you will check here. How we are checking? We are checking one digit 8. It should be, if it is less than 5, then you are not doing anything. Means it will be 20 only. And if it is greater than 5, then plus 1 in the form, means in the previous digit we are doing. Means it will be 3 and 0. So, like 28. Here 8 is greater than 5. So, plus 1 in the previous digit. That means 30 is the round of it. If 41 is given. 1 is less than 5. So, nothing to do in the previous digit. Means 4 only and this 0. Round off means last digit must be 0. Here only 2-digit number is there, so 1 digit only we are checking. If suppose 3-digit number will be given, like 250, then 2 digits you will check. If 4-digit number is given, like 1, 4, 5, 3, then 3 digits you will check. So it will not be given also, sometimes it may be given also, that how much digit you have to check. If 2 digits, then 1 digit you will check. If 3 digits, then 2 digit you will check. If 4 digits, then 3 digit you will check. For 1 digit, you will check by 5. For 2 digits, you will check by 50. For 3 digits, you will check by 500. So here 50. Less than 50. So nothing to do in the previous. So it is 200. Here 453. It is again less than 500. So nothing to do there. So it is 1000. Suppose it is 1786. 786 you have to check. It is greater than 500. So plus 1 in the previous digit. So it is 2 and then 3 zeros will come. So this is for rounding off. So this kind of questions can come. Definitely MCQs, options will be given. You have to check and write down. Then next is Roman numeral. Roman numeral already you have seen. Exercise is not given for that, but questions you have solved. Extra questions I have given for that. You have noted down in the copy also. Go through that very nicely. Like for example, first you see the alphabets. What are the alphabets? I, V, X, L, C, D, M. These are the digits used for Roman numbers. These are the digits used for Roman. For example, we are taking 60. So 60, I have told you all the rules. Rules are written in your notebook. Just go through that. 60 means it can be written 50 plus 10. 50 plus 10. So 50 for which? 50 is for L. L, X. So LX is the numeral for 60. For example, 90. 90 if it is given. So if I am writing 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. 50 plus 40 means it will be L, X, 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 X. Means 4 times it is repeating. Can you repeat any alphabet 4 times? At the most only 3 times we can repeat. So it is wrong. Now 100. C is the 100. So 100 minus 10 is also 90. So minus what you are doing, that you are writing in front. So X, C. X means 10, doing minus means it is at the front side, and from 100 means it is at the next part, means XC. मतलब C 100 minus 10. So this is the answer for 90. Many more, like 40 is there, 45 is there, many more are there. Examples which I have already written in your copy. Exercises you go through. One main thing which I want to tell to you, because this pre-mid exam is MCQ type and online you are giving. So MCQ only tick mark you can do. Means by doing touch screen you are doing just tick mark. MCQs are there. So statement questions, which big statement questions are there in your exercises, is not possible to give in this exam. Very frankly I am telling to you, this big questions is not possible to give in this MCQ type. So for this pre-mid it is not going to come big. Very simple if it is, it can come. Very simple one. But very big where you have to multiply, divide, LCM, HCF, so big calculations you have to do. That kind of questions cannot come. So this kind of questions, when pen paper test will be there after the opening of the school, that time you have to give the test of those questions. But now no need to go through those questions. So only this type of questions which I am telling you, you have to go through very nicely. So here you are completing your chapter 1. Roman numbers and all completed. So here we have completed this revision of chapter 1. Coming to chapter number 2, where whole numbers are given. So whole numbers, here you have to see what are the whole numbers, prime numbers, composite numbers, co-primes and all. So what you have to see, whole numbers. Whole numbers start from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So what is the smallest whole number? Question can be asked. The smallest whole number is 0. Do you know what is the largest whole number? We do not know. It is up to infinite. Infinite it can go. So smallest whole number you know it is 0. Largest whole number no one can tell. Then comes natural number. Natural numbers. Natural numbers starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on. 0 do not come in this. If the question comes, what is the smallest natural number? 1 is the answer. Smallest natural number is 1. Then comes prime number. Prime number means the number which is divisible by 1 and the number itself. Means it is not coming in any other numbers table. Those numbers are called prime numbers. So 1 is neither prime nor composite. 0 definitely it will not come because 0 is not coming in any other numbers table. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Learn this sentence and keep. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Prime numbers are starting from 2, 2, 3, then. Is the 4 prime number? No, 4 is composite number. Four is composite. Then comes 5, 6 is composite. Then comes 7, then 8 is composite. Then comes 9 is also composite. 10 is also composite. Then comes 11 is prime. Then 12 is composite. Then comes 13 is the prime. Then 14 is composite. Then 15 is composite. 16 is composite. Then here comes 17 and so many other numbers are there. So at least up to this much you should know. Now what is the smallest prime number? 2 is the smallest prime number. What is the smallest composite number? 4 is the smallest composite number. Dash is neither prime nor composite. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Understood? This much you have to learn. Then next comes number line, means addition, subtraction using number line. What questions you are having in exercise cannot be asked in MCQs. Number line cannot be given. So that is pen paper test. After the opening you will get those questions. Then comes successor and predecessor. This much is clear. Whole number, natural number, prime number and composite number. Then comes successor and predecessor. Now what is that successor? Successor means you will get successor by doing +1 in any of the number, and predecessor how you will get? By doing -1 in any of the number. That is successor and predecessor. Now what is the difference between the successor of a number and the predecessor of a number? Means if I am taking, suppose I am taking the example 12, suppose I am taking. So what is the successor? 13. And what is the predecessor? 11. Now what is the difference between them? 2. This is the answer. So what is the difference between the successor and the predecessor of a number? Any of the number you can take and check. What is the difference between the successor and the predecessor of a number? The successor is 13, predecessor is 11. 13 minus 11 is 2. Any other number you take. Suppose I am taking 5, -1, 4, +1, 6 and -1, 4. So 6 minus 4, 2. Any of the number you can take and check. Difference between the successor and predecessor of any of the number is always 2. It can be asked in MCQ form. Next, successor and predecessor of any of the number can be asked. How you will find? Successor +1, predecessor -1. Next type of questions which can be asked are properties. Properties you have studied already. Properties of whole numbers you have studied. Properties. First property you have studied, closure property. Means when both the values a and b or 2, 3, 4 or any of the number belong to that. That is closure property. Commutative. Commutative property means 2 plus 3 is equals to 3 plus 2 means changing the order. It is possible for addition also, it is possible for multiplication also. Divide and subtract, it is not possible. Then associative property I have studied. Multiplication 2 into 3 into 4. 2 into 3 into 4 means changing of bracket, that is associative. Then comes multiplicative identity. What is multiplicative identity? Means by multiplication of which number? Multiplication of, suppose here is 8. By multiplication of which number you will get the same number? That is 1. So multiplicative identity is 1. What is additive identity? Additive identity. Additive identity is by addition of which number you will get the same number. Which number? 0. When you add 0 to any number, you will get the same number. So additive identity is 0. These all things you have to learn. Multiplicative identity is 1. Additive identity is 0. Then comes, here only I am writing. Multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse is 1 by a. Means a into 1 by a is, you will get 1. Multiplicative inverse is, and additive inverse minus of a will give 0. So these properties you have to go through, and the main important one is the distributive property, which is used for calculations also. Calculation means simplify. Distributive property. Distributive property means 2 into 3 plus 4. So it is equals to 2 into 3 plus 2 into 4. Means outside number is multiplied to the first number, then plus in between, then outside number is multiplied to the second number. This is called distributive property. It is used in the calculations also. So all these properties you have to learn. Next, what is there? Tell me. Suppose the question is asked 1 plus 0 is how much? 0 into 0, 0 by 2, 2 minus 2 divided by 2 and 10 by 0. 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 into 0, 0, 0 by 2 or any other number, it's 0 only. 2 minus 2, 0 by 2 means the same question. These two are the same thing, means 0. Then any number divided by 0 is not defined. You should know this. Any number divided by 0 is not defined. Learn these things. Then next chapter, factors, multiples. Factor means in how many numbers table it is coming. They are called as the factors, and multiplication by the number is called as multiples. Then prime and composite already you have seen. Then test of divisibility. Test of divisibility by 3. What is the test? Sum of digits should come in the table of 3. Test of divisibility. By 2, the last digit should be 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0. By 5, last digit should be 5 or 0. By 10, the last digit should be 0. By 3 or 9, both are having the same thing. Sum of digits should come in the table of either 3 or the 9. If 3 is asked, then 3. If 9 is asked, then 9. Now, if any number is divisible by 9, will it be divisible by 3 also? Yes, because 9 is coming in the table of 3. So, it will also be divisible by 3. So, all this divisibility test you will learn. Then HCF and LCM already you have seen. So, all those you try, practice by your own. And big statement questions already I told. It cannot come in this exam. So, here we have completed this revision part. Practice it nicely and keep one rough paper with you, because some calculations you have to do for giving the answer. Again and again telling you, keep the time in mind. Before completing the time, even if some questions are left out, click on the submit button. Or else, even if you have completed 19 questions, one question is left out and you are not clicking on submit button, time is over, you will get 0. So, keep the time in mind and before completing 1 hour, click on the submit button. So, completed here revision. All the best to everyone. Thank you for today's class.